Something new on LeBron's condition.
I do. So, Shannon Sharp, we've talked all week about what exactly is going on with LeBron's foot or ankle or other foot or ankle. So I have been calling around all week, and last night I finally connected with a source who is very familiar with LeBron's medical condition, because that source has actually seen the x-rays and seen the latest MRIs and the imaging, magnetic resonance in imaging, the pictures of said foot and ankle. My source said the main issue is not the foot, but it's the right ankle, that the right ankle is a mess, that it is chronic and it has become arthritic, and that ultimately at some point it's going to need some cleanup surgery if he does want to continue to play. I don't know what, 2 or 3 more years. Okay. And that the ankle is so bad on the right side that, to your point that you've made to me, it's been causing overcompensation. So the left foot starts to ache and hurt, and some other areas underneath the ankle in the right foot start to ache and hurt. My source said, no doubt he's got some plantar fasciitis going on, which is on the underside of the foot, that tendon that goes underneath, that it gets inflamed because he's favoring the right ankle, but that the ankle in the end is by far the most troubling. So they have given it some PRP shots, as you know, platelet-rich plasma shots, which can speed the healing. And they're hoping that in 3 weeks or maybe a month, that the ankle will calm down enough that if he so chooses, if you take some pain-killing injections before games, that he might be able to give them what they need at that point, if the team can hang in and hang on and still be within striking distance. Okay. Now, to your biggest point is, you say, okay, and now what? And where does that get the Lakers? Could they make the play-in tournament? Well, and then what? Are you going to be one and done? Well, probably so. But my source said that the biggest problem in his eyes is that LeBron wanted that record so badly that he was playing pretty high minutes for his age and stage of his career, 37 minutes a game. And my source says, look, going forward, LeBron is, if he wants to endure for 2 or 3 more years to be able to play with, obviously with Bronny, who knows, he may want to play with his other son before this is over, but that he's going to have to parcel it out more in doses, where you're going to have to pick your spots a little bit more. You're going to have to rest. You can't play back-to-backs. And you're going to have to reduce the 37 minutes a game down to 30-ish or 28-ish or whatever, because it's just not the kind of ankle that's going to get that much better. And source points out, as you well know, he is 6'9", 260 pounds, and he plays above the rim. Well, Kareem was obviously 7'2", but he played with his feet on the floor, right? Yes. So he played 20 years with his feet on the floor, so the wear and tear, the impact of coming down on Kareem's body was 1/10 of what it's been on LeBron's body. And I point out to you, he has not played as many minutes as Kareem over the 20 years, but he has played the second most minutes in the history of this league, which is phenomenal to me, that he has been this much of an Iron Man this deep into his career. Okay. But the final takeaway for me is, he is human. So in the end, he's got one area of his body, never had a big surgery, no shoulders, no knees, no Achilles, but this one is so chronic that it's going to need some. Remember, early Steph, he had such problems, and he needed to get them fixed. Well, this may require, if you want to continue going forward, because it is, again, I stress that he told me it is a mess.
So are you concluding now, different than you are Monday, that LeBron James is
I
actually
didn't conclude anything on Monday.
Yes, you did. You said he wasn't hurt.
I did
You
not.
called him a lie, Skip. You did.
I did not.
Let me ask you a question.
That's a lie.
That's not.
Okay.
That is. You did. Let me ask you this.
So I'm trying to verify what you're saying. So you're going to turn around on me?
No, let me ask you this. So how do we know Rich Paul? Because you told me that Rich Paul gave me that information. And normally when things come out about LeBron being injured, it's Rich Paul feeding the media.
Okay, so it is. Well, we didn't have any information. I got real. This is real live.
How do we know Rich Paul didn't feed him?
Are you calling me a liar?
I'm just asking.
No, are you calling me a liar?
I'm just asking, Skip, because that's what you do to me. I want to put you on the hot seat. How do we know Rich Paul did not give this person the information?
I know that for a fact.
How do you know that?
Because I know this person really well.
Oh, so this is what I'm starting to realize, that if it's your sources, if it's your people, it's factual.
Okay, but it's been vague and mysterious and suspicious about what's been wrong.
So LeBron James...
Okay, time out. We just went a whole year. We heard it was the left foot, some ankle, sometimes foot, sometimes ankle, sometimes foot. And all of a sudden, on last Sunday at Dallas, LeBron takes off on a drive to the basket and pushes off with his right foot.
Yeah.
And he says after the game, I heard something pop and I stepped on Dwight Powell's foot. No, you didn't. I got the video. I'll show it to you right now. Okay, I'll show you the video. He did not step on foot. What happened? What happened?
But your source said it initially started as the left, but the right, the overcompensation. So LeBron James has actually been hurt. This is not new just because...
I just verified that. I just validated that. But I'm telling you, he is hurt.
Yeah, but that's not what you've been saying.
I didn't know any information. They have been it's been clandestine. It's been, well, we're not sure about what it is. Did you have any information? Is this news to you?
No.
Yeah? Oh, no, did you know this? You're an insider. You're a member of the...
I'm not
right?
Woj. I'm not Shams.
Yeah.
I offer opinion. I'm not breaking no information. I don't talk...
Did LeBron tell you this?
See? There you go.
Okay, well, I'm asking. All I'm saying
I've
got it.
I'm just saying.
I was the one who got it. I don't even know LeBron.
Skip, okay, you got the information, but everybody could tell the way. I can't tell a difference. So how does this man be this injured and you couldn't tell a difference?
He played the whole fourth quarter and scored 11 more points. And I need to know, what is the problem? If you heard a pop, was it your Achilles tendon? No, because if it was your Achilles, there's no way you could play the fourth quarter.
So in other words, if you're sick and you don't know what the ailment is, you couldn't possibly be sick.
Well, what does that mean?
Because you said because you didn't know the specific injury, there is no way LeBron James could be hurt. That's what you said on Monday.
Just tell us what it is.
Skip.
Okay, what was it?
Skip.
Wait a second. How do you play the whole fourth quarter and then you limp to the bus?
Skip.
Okay, that is consistent with, I don't know if you've ever had this. I've had it like crazy, way more than you probably had it. You want to know about plantar fasciitis? I can show it to you because I have lived with it for 20 years.
I've never had that.
Okay, it can get so bad that you need surgery on the plantar fascia that goes underneath your foot. It's so bad that when you sleep on it and you wake up, the first time you put your foot on the floor, you can't walk on it. Well, that's consistent with what he did, because once you get it heated up a little bit, you can maybe play through it on the fourth quarter. And he's got guts. I've always told you, he plays his ass off on all kinds of injuries. But how many times have we seen him turn his ankle to the floor where his shoe goes completely over on the side? He did it in the bubble in the finals, and I said, that's it, he's done.
But Skip,
and he didn't even flinch. He retied his shoe and kept playing.
Yes, LeBron is tough, but I've seen other guys. I've seen Kobe play through where he tears his right shoulder and he plays with his left. And I've seen guys do things that you commend them, that you criticize LeBron for.
No, I've called him Iron Man. How many times have I called him that?
Yeah, I know, but Skip, all I'm saying is that Monday, when I say, and I've been saying this since February 7th, LeBron James doesn't look the same. His gait is not the same.
And you know
I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
And I'm telling you right now, you were correct.
Yes.
Okay? I just needed information. Be transparent. Be forthcoming. Just go in and say, my ankle is killing me.
There have been times that you've been, even though you didn't know medically what was going on, you knew something was going on in your body. You knew you was hurt, even though you didn't know the specific injury or you didn't have a specific diagnosis. You know something is wrong. I'm not in LeBron James's body, but I've seen him enough, and I saw him up close and personal. LeBron James ran differently. I went back and listened to the audio. Mark James said there's a hitch in his giddy up. Everybody can see that except you. So you needed the sources to tell you, yeah, LeBron is really, really hurt, when everybody else could see it except you.
No, Mark Jones was saying it was his hand, the one he caught in the net in the All-Star game. He said he's not shooting the ball well, and I told you that Doris Burke came right on top of him and said, no, his true shooting percentage this year is down to 44%. I don't think it's the recent hand injury.
No, I'm saying later in the game, LeBron James was limping noticeably. And guess what happens? As the adrenaline starts to wear off, it starts to hurt. I don't know if he took an injection in the ankle to begin with. All I'm saying is that I know, look, Skip, you watch this man too much. LeBron James is above the rim player. Now all of a sudden guys are blocking his shot and he hadn't left the floor. So that's all I'm saying.
Okay, but every once in a while, he gets up like he's 22 years old. Every once in a while, he does.
But he hadn't been getting up there like that lately.
Okay, but I've seen some thunder dunks. I saw him chase down Kyrie in that game on Sunday.
No, but he had to chase down against Shea in the All-Star game. But he picks and chooses his spots a lot more than he. There's that stretch between December 30th and February 7th. LeBron James was playing as good a basketball as anybody currently in the NBA, and he happened to be 38 years of age.
I agree.
And then all of a sudden, LeBron James looked noticeably hampered. That all of a sudden the explosiveness wasn't there.
Okay, but what did he do? He sucked it up and said, I'm going to set this record. I got no problem. I'm not condemning. I'm not criticizing. I'm saying, way to go, because he went on a tear from his birthday until that night against Oklahoma City Thunder at the Crypt.
Right.
He broke.
He was on a tear that night because he had 36 through 3.
Okay, I got it. It's unparalleled. Nobody's ever pulled off a stretch like that at this age. I give all that up to you. But once he got past Kareem, then he took the next 3 games off.
Right.
And it's twofold. The ankle is probably just a mess by then because he pushed it way too much.
Yeah.
And I don't doubt that he was taking pain-killing injections before those games. And as you know, you are only masking the problem.
That's it.
You're not fixing the problem. You're not healing yourself. You are masking. And it can be a dangerous game that you are playing.
Yeah, they can't tell me anything about ankle, Skip. I dealt with that in the better part of my first part of my career.
But you took injections.
I absolutely did.
Okay,
that was the only way I could get out there.
It's the only way you can do it. But does it get better?
No. I'm making it worse.
No, you're making it worse. And so you're playing a dangerous game with your body because the signals that it can send you, you're shutting down the signals.
Right.
So it can't warn you that, Shannon,
something is really
it's worse.
Right.
It's getting worse. I can't do this anymore.
Right.
And so at some point, it's going to go.
And plus the thing is, Skip, probably had LeBron James been in year 10, he'd have shut this thing down, probably have surgery.
I believe that.
But he knows he's closer to the end than the beginning.
Okay.
And that's what happens. And, you know, people like, man, I'm getting older, I need to slow down. Nah, you need to speed up because you got less time. I ain't slowing down, I'm speeding up because I already know I ain't got but so many summers left.
Okay. So the point is, the mileage on that man's body is extraordinary. Again, he's still about 1,300 minutes short of Kareem.
Right.
But still, he plays a different game than Kareem played.
Yes.
So to me, on degree of difficulty, wear and tear, he's number one.
Yeah, Kareem was probably playing for his first 5 or 6 years. Kareem was probably averaging 40, 42 minutes a night.
Okay, well, he was.
Because, you know, back then, Skip, they played damn near the whole game.
All right. And I'm also talking about combined. I'm doing regular season and playoffs.
Yeah. Because Kareem went to 10 finals also.
He did. Okay. So the point is, it is astonishing he made it this far at this degree of health, because he still doesn't have a torn ACL.
No.
He didn't blow his Achilles tendon, because those are career threatening.
I'm also surprised, Skip, if you think about it, the way they've added, because, you know, Kareem, Skip, back then, they used to be a 2 out of 3. People don't remember this. The first round was best 2 out of 3. And then it went to 3 out of 5. And then it went 4 of 7.
Force.
Right.
Yep.
So now it's best of 7 all the way through. I'm surprised LeBron hadn't actually even caught Kareem, considering that he's only played the best of 7.
Because of what you just said, because he was playing about the whole game for the first 5 years. Okay. And the other problem is that LeBron has been such a high flyer